Fisherman's Post. More fish, more often.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Fisherman's Post Saltwater Podcast series. This episode is our traditional holiday gift guide, 2025 edition holiday gift guide, featuring once again Arlen Ash of Intracoastal Angler. And it used to be Intracoastal Angler out of Wilmington in the Wilmington area, but now it is Intracoastal Angler out of Wilmington and Hampstead. We're going to be covering a number of great gift ideas for that angler that you know for this holiday, and looking forward to it. My name is Gary Hurley. I'm your host, and Fisherman's Post has been serving the NC saltwater fishing community since 2003. We've been bringing you fishing reports, fishing tournaments, fishing schools, membership content, and now the popular Saltwater Podcast series, where we feature local captains and guides and experts in the field sharing their thoughts, their insights on how to catch more fish more often, or how, in this case, to help the angler in your life catch more fish more often. In this endeavor, I am joined once again by podcast co-host David Harden.
Hello, Gary.
Hey, David.
What's happening?
When it is that time again, you know, we have sat here before and had Arlen on, and he's going to show us a bunch of stuff that we are going to covet.
All right, that'll be cool. I like the toys.
And whatever one you like the most, I believe
You're going to buy it for me.
I'm going to buy it for you.
Okay, that'll be good.
Because I have some leftover Intercoastal Angler gift cards from the Red Drum Circuit that I can use.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's good.
More on that later.
All right, awesome. Well, before we get going, let's thank our sponsors. First up, Port City Signs and Graphics. Sabrina and the team.
Sabrina and team. Man, I've been using them. I'm using them throughout the year. I've used them so much this year.
They do good stuff.
They do.
You want to see some of the stuff they've done?
I do want to see.
All right, well, let me show you something that they didn't do first.
All right. Wait, you're not supposed to tell me that.
Oh, that's right. I gave it away. This sign says, when the dentist married the manicurist, they fought tooth and nail.
Says Vince the sign guy?
This is Vince the sign guy. It's not the Indian Hills sign. It's a different one.
They got a long way to go to get into the
Indian Hills is like a step up. I think we've used all the Indian Hills signs.
Damn it.
So anyway, let's look at something that Port City Signs and Graphics made.
All right.
A very massive 18-wheeler with a Cape Fear Community College billboard on it. Looks awesome. It's a welder.
I think I've seen that on the road.
You probably have.
Because you can't miss it if it is on the road, you can't miss it.
That's right.
Hey, and that's sort of the thing about Port City Signs. Again, Sabrina does do boat wraps. The team does do boat wraps, but they also just want us to get the word out that if you are a business owner or in business or managing a business, then they should be your sign shop for so many reasons. And so if I am trying to help Sabrina, it is in that area, one of those areas in particular. They are the friend of the businessman, the business person. So look at them for any sign needs. At least have a conversation with them.
Absolutely. Also, let's talk about Marine Warehouse Center.
Let's talk about them. All right. Great crew.
Yep. Good stuff. Good stuff. You want to watch a video?
I do want to watch a video.
All right, let's watch.
Matt with Marine Warehouse, excited to give you guys a huge update. We're now carrying Seabourn and Spider boat line. Of course, we have the newest models of Carolina Skiff, Sailfish, Sea Chaser, and Pan Marine. With over 60 boats in stock at a Wilmington location, let's schedule a sea trial and let's get you on the water today.
All right.
It's still good boat weather.
Gets me pumped up every time.
When was the last time you had your boat out?
2 weeks ago, we did a boat ride. We didn't do a fishing trip. We did a boat ride. I mean, I've been fishing, but not on my boat.
Oh, okay, I see.
So, yeah, man, we still do boat rides. I have a bay boat, but I have some small curtains on it, so I can actually go out, and it is a comfortable ride.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so I keep my boat in the water year round, but I do pull it out like around, I don't know, usually it's around the end of January, and take it to Marine Warehouse Center before they get busy. And like I've been saying on this podcast for years now, I have my punch list and I say, hey guys, here's something that needs attention. In addition to servicing, probably every other year they paint the bottom of the boat. But man, they take care of me. Joel and crew, Emmett and Terrell, the whole gang, man, so fond of them and love the relationship.
They're good people.
And, you know, since I was going to buy you a present from Intercoastal Angler, where you see where this is going?
Okay, yes. Let me.
When I drop off my boat and look around, I'm going to let you know what I would appreciate you to buy me as a present.
From Marine Warehouse Center.
From Marine Warehouse
Okay,
Center.
very good.
Deal?
Oh, yeah, it's a great deal.
I don't have any leftover gift cards from Marine Warehouse Center, so you're going to have to charm them.
It's all right. I'll do more podcasts.
All right. Well, Terrell, man, he's getting philosophical on me these days. He's getting reflective on me. You know what his good idea is for this holiday season?
What is that?
It's healthcare related.
Oh,
Yeah, he's got a healthcare idea.
okay, great. Let's hear it.
He's figured out the system. You know what he's going to do? He's going to get an MRI to find out whether or not he's claustrophobic.
Yes.
You like that?
Sure. It's a good one.
Right?
Yeah, it works.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It works good. If you would like to sponsor the podcast, like Marine Warehouse Center and Port City Signs and Graphics, just contact the Fisherman's Post office. If you're fond of content, bonus content is something that's available.
Yeah, man, we have the membership program. And again, if you're a fan of the podcast, you can become a member, and that will get you early access to all our podcasts. It'll also get you access to our bonus content features only available to members, never released publicly. And in addition to that, we also have weekly fishing reports delivered in audio video format. You get access to those video reports, and we release fishing school videos here and there from month to month, just to give you something else, value for your monthly or annual membership. Everything is available on fishermanspost.com.
Right on. If you're fond of the podcast, like and subscribe also.
Yeah, we got to play that game. So we play that game. And so, David, I'm going to go to Arlen, and it's usually David's best takeaway. So I guess it's going to be you pick your prize gift. I'm going to, and you know what? I'm going to guess. Before you tell me what it is, I'm going to guess
You're
what
gonna guess
out
what
of
it-
all
okay.
that you
All
would
right.
most like. And then you have to reciprocate. I want you to try to figure out from what Arlen presents would be top on my Christmas wish list.
All right, I got you.
All right, man.
All right.
Well, now it is a pleasure. I mean, what a tradition, man. I'm a big fan of traditions, basically in all of Fisherman's Post land. But this is a great one. Arlen Ash, welcome back to the podcast. Coming to us from the Wilmington, I got to clarify now, coming back to us from the Wilmington Intracoastal Angler in Wilmington, not the Hampstead new location. Arlen, welcome to the show.
Thank you guys so much for having us. And once again, what a great intro and great sponsors you have. We actually work very closely with them ourselves. Great local businesses all working together. Love it.
Right on, man. I like symmetry. I like that that's working out. So we have our 2025 holiday gift guide, and I don't even know how many of these you've done now. I would say at least 3. Is it 4?
3 or 4?
Is it 5? It might be 5. I mean,
Not
I'm
sure.
older now. But whatever the number is, the rules still haven't changed, Arlen. You still have to answer 2 questions before we begin the podcast. You tell me you're ready, I give you question number 1. All right, question number 1, very predictable. Why should we spend any time listening to you tell us what to buy the angler for Christmas?
Well, against any degrees or past education I have, I've been selling fishing tackle and gifts to the angling community for almost 2 decades now, if you include my tenure in college. So, the new thing is trying to find newer, cooler stuff and not just do the same old. So I still, despite getting a little older, I still have it in me. I'm still trying to find new, cool stuff for everybody here in the fishing community.
Yeah, and I've plugged you on this before, and I'm going to plug it again. Like, it's not just let me show you some stuff at the shop, man. You approach it from a gift perspective, and I think that's important. It's not just tackle that someone might like, but what would make a good gift. And I'm looking forward to it. So I hope you do well on question number 2, and I have a couple of them. Are you ready? I'm going to start. These have to do with Christmas shopping. These are Christmas shopping questions.
All right.
Okay, within 5%, what percentage of people do some of their holiday shopping on the toilet?
Well, judging by the amount of web orders we get on Black Friday, which, people eat a lot of food on Thursdays, but the amount of web orders we get early in the morning on Black Friday are high. So I would say probably I'd say 25%.
Man, it's 22%. What a great guess. Look at this guy is so good at what he does.
He knows.
But that's not the only one. What percentage, again within 5%, what percentage of goods sold during the holiday season are expected to be returned each year? What percentage of gifts bought in the holiday season expected to be returned?
Wow, this reminds me. My grandma used to exchange the jewelry my grandfather would get for cash. That was something she used to do quite a bit. So I would say 30%.
You're high. It's 18%.
18.
So here's your last one. This one isn't percentage based. What American fast food restaurant is popular for Christmas dinner tradition in Japan?
In Japan,
It's not burgers.
I mean, I'm gonna have to go with a chicken cousin. So Chick-fil-A.
Close, man. KFC. KFC got there first, man. We might be fond of Chick-fil-A more here, but KFC got their paws in Japan early, and it stuck, man. It's now a tradition. All right, enough of the holiday gift trivia, fun facts, whatever you want to call them. I truly enjoy this, man, because I have no idea what you're going to present, so I'm eagerly anticipating. I'll get out of the way, Arlen, and give us gift idea number one.
Great. So this year I kind of changed up. Normally I like to show jackets and all that stuff first, and we're a tackle shop. Let's talk about some fishing stuff. And everybody that fishes would love a brand new rod and reel underneath that tree each year. So I chose a product that came out this year. They relaunched it. It's a reel made by Shimano called the Shimano Naski. And what they did traditionally when a manufacturer relaunches a reel, they just change the colors and say, hey, it's the same reel you used to like, but it's newer. Shimano's a little more innovative. When they relaunch something, they take technology from higher price point reels and cascade it down through their series. So, for instance, this year when they relaunched the Naski, they included the Infinity Drive, which is I'm not an engineer, but it's a more efficient gearing system that basically allows you to crank with ease under power. It started in the Stellas, and they've cascaded it down to several conventional reels, and now it's available in a very reasonably priced point spinning reel, which includes some of the other technology features they've brought down, like the direct drive handle, so it screws directly into the main gear. This reel will set you back about $120, but they're extremely lightweight, extremely smooth, and very strong. So something that's definitely for your average inshore guy, or even someone that's very avid inshore person, this is a very cost-conscious reel and a great choice. So something to look out for. We also have teamed with Shimano to do some
Wait, I got
combos.
some questions on your reel, man.
What you got?
Because these questions are designed to help someone out. So what I'm going to imagine is you get people that come in the shop and want to buy an angler a reel, or might want to buy an angler reel, but they don't know what they're buying. They're a little intimidated. So for someone who wants to buy an angler in their family or their friend circle a reel, like what information can they come with that's going to help you sell them the right one? And I'm not talking about the Shimano Naski, but like a 2500 or a 3000 or a 4000. Like what can they figure out before they come to you to help you put them on the right reel?
Well, the basic thing is what does your angler that you're getting a gift for fish for? So if they're fishing offshore for tunas and wahoos, this isn't where we even begin. But if they're trout fishing, or I like to catch a bigger drum, then this same series of reel might be the right one, but we might need to choose a different size based on what they're targeting. Years past, it was kind of a guessing game. I don't know what he fishes for. He just likes to go fishing.
Yeah.
She likes to go fishing. I don't know. But now, with social media and everyone having a camera roll and text messages with pictures, a lot of times just bringing that in and saying, oh, he fishes for this, or she likes to go do this. And okay, perfect. Naski 3000, 15-pound braid. Here we go.
And that was, you had basically anticipated my next question, not like what to get, but do most people who buy a reel as a gift get it strung? Do they get braid put on it?
It depends. So a lot of times we'll advise not spooling the reel if you're not comfortable with us kind of suggesting what the most popular option is. A lot of people will choose to buy the reel and get a small gift card to go with it to cover the angler's line choice when they come in. So that just depends on the circumstance. But
Okay.
any of the guys at either location will be able to put the right stuff on there if you want it ready to go fishing December 26th.
Okay, man. All right. I'll get out of your way now. I think you're going to show us some combos.
And so I just wanted to mention that we also have that same reel that we've paired with a Shimano Convergence rod, full court grips, fast action, high modulus graphite with good guides on it. Typically this rod retails for about $70, and when we put the combo together, it gets you in a really, really nice inshore combo from trout to drum to false albacore and Spanish mackerel for under $200. If you wanted something a little nicer, that kind of dovetails into the next thing to go with the brand new rod and reel is a brand new series of rods that was launched this year by Temple Fork Outfitters, or TFO. This series of rods is called the Intracoastal, and I think they're really nice. They even named them after us. So that was pretty flattering, made us feel really good. But once again, full cork, blank through reel seat for sensitivity, working smaller soft plastics and being able to feel everything you're doing. High modulus graphite with the tangle-free C guides, and these retail for about $180. So just a new rod line that replaced their tactical inshores of the past, and they're actually a little bit less money, and I actually think the actions are better on these. So what I'm getting at is, once again, that's what's so cool about going to a local business. You can come in here, and if a brand new flashy TFO intracoastal rod and a nasty fit your price point and you want to splurge, that's great. But we also have price point combos to get really good products with just a little bit lesser of a price tag.
So you gave us a description and hit some technical things, but if you can answer this quickly, because we don't want to go into detail, to go to the TFO up from a $70 rod, what are the people getting?
So the biggest thing, I'll try to hold them together as best I can here. Basically, you have two different styles of reel seats. So you'll notice that you can actually see the blue blank in between here, and that gives you a lot more sensitivity, being that you can put your hand or your finger directly on the blank material itself. You'll also get into a little bit higher modulus graphite, so they don't have to use as much in the blank. So this rod is about 30% lighter than the rod that would be on the combo. And then you'll have better components. So it's just kind of a good, better, best approach. Will this catch the same fish this will? Yes. But if you have a sore back and you want to make 300 or 400 casts trout fishing, a rod that's 30% lighter will be beneficial over the course of a day's fishing.
Okay, great answer.
Kind of sticking in that same line of a new rod and reel, we have a lot of people that come in here and want to buy kids rods and reels, and it's been a tricky thing because we have a lot of really good youth anglers, and they don't want a Zebco 33 combo. They don't want something they can't feel anything, and then their mom and dad have really nice stuff, and they get this thing that looks like the same from the 80s or 90s. So we have some really new cool products for the kids and the younger guys and girls. One of which that I have here is made by a company called Blackfin Rods, and it's called their Little Fins, and it's designed for a youth angler. I mean, anywhere from 3 to 8 to 10 years old. But what it is, you'll notice full cork grips, high quality reel seat, good guides, a nice blank that actually has some backbone to where you can catch a nice flounder, drum, trout, Spanish mackerel, etc., not just for catching pinfish. And it looks like a custom rod. It might even look nicer than some of mommy and daddy stuff. So we have these. They've been a really popular item, a great gift if you have someone who's really into fishing and wanting to step up from a little ugly stick or a Moana combo, that kind of thing. These retail for about $70, so they are a little bit pricier. But for something that looks this nice, it's not like if you were to have a custom rod builder build a kid's rod, you're looking at a lot of money. These are $70, and they perform well. They're sensitive. They're basically a shorter version of an adult rod. And I don't have one here to show you because it's a new line we picked up, and it's just at our Hampstead location now. But as well as they've been received, we'll probably have them at both. Bull Bay is a rod company, and they make something called a Bull Pup. So while this rod's only 4 foot long, the Bull Pup is a 5 foot medium heavy spinning rod, very similar to this. But it wasn't really designed for youth anglers. It was designed for people wanting a sheepshead fish that want a short, stiff rod, whether you're in a kayak or just in a regular boat and you want a short rod that's maneuverable and you can fish around pilings and bridge embankments and that kind of thing, they offer that, and we actually sold out of everyone we had on opening day in Hampstead. They were so popular. We have more coming. They're 5 foot medium heavy. I think they're a few more dollars than these here, but they would also make a great kids rod in the same fashion this would.
All right, I'm on board, man. You know, getting the kids something to keep them hooked on fishing, man. And a 4-foot rod makes sense. And I'm following everything you say about Zebco, Moana. Like, let's make it legit.
And way cheaper than a Nintendo Switch, the new Nintendo Switch. You know?
Point.
So, kind of going along, we've always done, you know, safe gift ideas. If you don't know exactly what they fish for, rod and reels, tackle storage and tackle bags are great things. People don't want to, I mean, we joke that, you know, we hand you a white plastic bag when you make a purchase here, and we're like, free tackle bag with every purchase. Well, a lot of people, they fish out of plastic bags. So a great gift is a nice tackle bag. We recently, you know, we've shown you the Plano Guide series, and we've shown you some other Sims models in the years past. This year, one we picked up was a company called Fish Pond that have always made nice gear for fly fishing applications, especially like, you know, wading pouches and that sort of thing. They've made this really nice tackle bag that's as close to waterproof as you can possibly get. Waterproof zipper, all waterproof sides, and a hard bottom, so that if it's on a wet deck, it's not going to absorb moisture from the bottom. And what's really nice about these bags, I'm zipping up, is that it has these removable dividers that have Velcro that hold them in place. So you can actually get rid of these if you'd like. This bag here, the size allows the 3600, the smaller of the Plano sizes. You can fit several of them in horizontally the way I have them displayed here. Or if you're using it as an offshore bag and you need the bigger 3700 box, you can rip these out of here and replace them with the 3700 size trays. So even if you don't buy the trays and you're replacing an older tackle bag that's the zipper is rusted shut or rusted open, you can take all your old containers and they'll fit right in here no matter what they are. It also has some waterproof organization in there. So if you wanted to put some leader, or great little place to put a wallet or a cell phone, pliers, that kind of thing. And also another waterproof storage in the top, great for soft plastics or a chart. So really, really nice, innovative item. And these come in, they're right around $299. They are pricey, but once again, a waterproof tackle bag that keeps your investment in here from getting ruined is worth its weight in gold.
Yeah, man, I think I heard that like the waterproof zipper is what really jacks up the price on something like that. Like there's waterproof bags that don't have waterproof zippers, so you are definitely getting a better product with a waterproof zipper.
And once again, we have tackle bags that start at like $40. So, you know, you can buy the inexpensive ones, and we'd be happy to keep selling you lures from and hooks from all the rusted stuff. One little trick I will tell you, I hope my boss Philip isn't watching this, but if you buy clothing or if you buy beef jerky, those little desiccant, the silica packs, those are a great thing to throw in your organizer trays here, because they will actually absorb the moisture and take them away from your hooks. So just another little tip while we're
silica packs. I like that gift idea.
So shall we move on?
Yeah, let's do it, man. I don't have any more follow-up on that. I'm a fan.
A growing trend, much to my demise, because I like surf fishing, because I can just go out there and hang on the beach, catch something great. If not, you don't really have to talk to anybody if you don't want to. Nice, relaxing thing. Well, now there's a lot of people that are getting into surf fishing. So I got to appease to the surf fishing community. One thing, I can't hold up a cart and show you all kinds of surf carts. We do offer those, but a great gift idea that is a sleeper is a really nice sand spike. If people get into surf fishing and they don't have a sand spike, they'll be seeing us a lot with their reels being destroyed by sand. Number one, put your reel in the sand. A sand spike allows you to not only rig your stuff, but also fish the rod in the rod holder. And this is a really nice one made by an actual North Carolina company called Deerfield Manufacturing. These are welded This is an open sand spike. So instead of the tubular ones that most people are accustomed to, and you go to pick your rod and reel up, you got a big old red drum pulling line. You go to pick your rod and reel up, and the whole thing comes out of the sand, and then you're in a pickle. This one's actually open to where it'll accept either a conventional or spinning reel.
All right.
And when you go to lift it out, it comes right out without removing it from the sand. It's also made out of about 3 times the thickness of most gauge aluminum ones. So not only will it stay in the sand, but when it's under pressure, it won't bend. And it's also adjustable. So what you'll notice, you see these 4 different holes here. Depending on the length of the rear grip of your rod, whether it be a short spinning rod or a heaver, which has a longer rear grip, you can actually adjust the height of which this sand spike tends to the rod. And it also comes with a nice little bait towel. So these are about $50. This is the 48-inch version. They also make the one that I use is a 60-inch version, so it allows you to really get some height and stay over those breakers. But if you have a angler in your life that surf fishes, a really nice sand spike is something we haven't talked in the years past, but a great gift.
Yeah, man, I can attest, man. You know, we're pretty tight with the surf fishing community too, man. And I do a little bit of it. I'll tell you, man, a good sand spike is a good tool to have. Like it is an underestimated piece to your arsenal. I'm with you on that. $50, you said, for one sand spike. And yeah, I haven't seen the adjustable before, but I'm not that dialed in, man. I like everything about that gift too. You're doing good, Arlen. And
not many reels are $50. So if they go in the sand, you're probably buying more than $50 worth of sand spike.
Probably.
Another thing that I wanted to address, because it is getting chillier and it is our trout season. So at both locations, we picked up a ton of new trout tackle. You know, before it was like, oh, what do we trout fish with? Oh, well, here's a voodoo shrimp, a DOA shrimp, a Marilure. See you later. Well, we tried to find some of the newer stuff that are really some of the better trout guys are using. A lot of them come from Texas, where that wade fishing is really popular, but the applications, you know, our speckled trout are speckled trout too, so they're great products. One would be a Mansfield Knocker top water, and what you'll notice, it is a walking plug, just like our traditional top waters. You know, your top pups by Marilure, Skitter Walks, and Super Spooks, but you'll notice it has a little bit different shape here. It's almost got like a figure 8, like a peanut shape to it. And what that does is that it allows the angler to walk it with ease. It also allows it to walk properly despite any current or chop. So it's a lot easier to tend if you have a little bit adverse conditions. The other really interesting thing about these top waters, because they're designed by wade fishermen, is that they have a really big, heavy 1-knocker ball in the back of it that sits all the way back here when you go to cast. So these things cast a mile. You can literally cast them about 30 to 40 feet farther than the other top waters weighted the same with the same tackle. And instead of just having the 1-knocker sound, that low pitch sound, they also have smaller BBs in there too. So they're super loud. I don't know how that works. I'm trying not to get hooked in the ear here, but they're a really loud, great trout lure. Something new for this year that we haven't previously carried.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
So what is it about that heavy weight in the back that makes it easier to cast? I mean, I believe you, but I'd like to know the why.
So when you go to cast it, it's going to be sitting in this position.
All right.
And when you cast it with your rod, that weight stays in the rear of the bait, and it casts just like a bullet, like all the weight's in the rear of the bait. So it's very aerodynamic. And as soon as it lands in the water, that ball slides forward, so the lure is weighted properly. And when you walk it, it provides sound, but it keeps that lure weighted properly. And then when you go to cast it again, it goes all the way to the rear of the lure.
Okay. I follow.
The next one is a company called Backwater Bandits. They make a lure called the Buttercup. Spelled Budder. So I don't think they went to Gary's English classes or anything. But anyways, what you have here, very similar to the Paul Brown or the Corky lures that have always been popular down there, that have also gained some traction here. This is a little bit different of a shape. They're shorter and fatter, So they have a slightly different action profile. And I have yet to fish one. We literally just got these in. We're a little bit behind the times with this. We should have had them sooner, but these are a very, very premier version of those Corky baits. A lot of action. They make them in two different sink rates. So if you're familiar with the MirrOlures, you have a 17 and 18, one that's a suspending and one that sinks like a traditional MirrOlure. They do the same thing in these soft baits, but they also come with premium black nickel hooks. All the rear hooks are dressed with feathers, and the weight of the wire is much heavier than some of the competitors. So they have a through wire that's a lot stronger. So if you do hook, a 30, 35-inch drum, you might have to replace a hook or two, but you're not going to have to throw the bait away. They do come in a little bit higher than some of the competitions. They're about $16 per, but they're taking the trout world over by storm, and everyone that fishes one comes in and buys more. So even though I haven't used them, that's usually a telltale sign they're worth their weight.
So that color that you chose to show us, is that a popular color? And we have some listeners, not watchers. And what is that color?
So this is called the average trout guy. And so where they're not so good at spelling buttercup, they are really good with their color names. And anyways, it's like a pink with a gold clear fleck in the bottom. They have a bunch of different ones called Noose Juice. That's more of a darker watercolor, has a lot of purple and chartreuse, kind of similar to a Mardi Gras. And they have some purple colors that are really good. I think we stock 12 of the 15 colors that they make in this bait in both sizes.
Okay. And before you move forward, what about, I didn't ask color on the top water. What was the color you showed us on that top water? And is that one that you would recommend, or did you just grab a top water and didn't think about color?
I grabbed one because there's not a ton of electric chicken top waters, and that's one of the most popular trout colors there is. So I just happened to grab one of those. They make a wonderful purple one that's really dark, so in lower light conditions, or I just really like a black or purple top water trout fishing personally. They have a bunch of different, just really top waters that are trout colors. A lot of the top waters we use come over from the bass world or are more suited towards the drum. These are really geared in towards trout and trout only. That being said, you'll catch plenty of drum on them as well. But no, this was more just something I just picked because it was unique.
All right.
Last but not least, in the new trout baits, we picked up some. They're made by a company called Coastal Brew Baits. Once again, a Texas company, and we were apprehensive to pick them up because it's just another soft plastic fluke. And you're like, well, we got tons of those. Well, once I actually did some research on them, we had to have them. And what it is, you'll see it's a 5-inch fluke, just a straight tail, a rat tail bait. But the color patterns that they do, I grabbed two that were pretty unique, and we have about 8 different colors in these. The color patterns are very unique in that, once again, very trout specific colors. You have a lot of purples. Some of these, I think this is orange sickle or orange licious. I can't remember exactly what they call it, but big metal flakes. So what you have is a company that's looked at the hard bait colors that are so popular in like the MirrOlures and crystal shrimp and 3DS minnows, those style of baits, X-Wraps, and they've incorporated it into a soft plastic where you have these big metal flecks that really show up well. And they're also very, very durable. So if you feel this compared to they're not a stretchy plastic like Z-Man, but if you compare it to some of the other traditional soft plastic, it's very dense. So they hold up fish after fish. Now a bluefish will still take your tail from you, but when you're in a trout bite and you're trying to not mow through baits, these hold up really, really well, and they have great colors. Definitely something to check out.
And did you hold up 2 different sizes? If you said I didn't pick up, like a smaller length, a larger length?
We carry just the 5-inch. They do make a 6-inch as well that we can order for you, but this has been primarily the ones that the customers have been requesting.
Okay.
And all these little trout lures here, in addition, if you get something nicer, they're great stocking stuffers too. So wanted to just show off some of the new stuff we have around.
I like it. I was thinking I was going to make a stocking stuffer comment if you didn't.
Cool. One last one I'll say real quick. Everyone's been familiar with the NLBN, no live bait needed baits. We actually partnered with them to do some dealer exclusive colors. We picked this one color. It's like a pink and green might be a little bit hard to see because I left them in the package here, but we have, for all the guys that follow NLBN, we have some dealer exclusive colors that are only available. You can't buy them online. You have to buy them from exclusive dealers. So we'll have those available at both shops as well. Great stock and stuff.
Cool.
Moving on to a little bit bigger gift ideas. We talked about the turtle boxes last year. They were real popular, having a waterproof Bluetooth speaker. This year, they launched the Turtle Box Ranger. They also launched a Grande, which it's bigger, and it's about $900 or $830 or something crazy. But these little guys here are great because whether you're in the boat or, okay, I'm not going to see a deer, I want to listen to some tunes and just hide from my family in the deer stand, or you're in the garage, or you've been excommunicated to your storage building and you're working on some fishing reels. These are waterproof. So you take them in the boat, they float, and they're also a lot cheaper. So they're about half as loud as the standard turtle box, but they're much smaller, and they retail for $250. They've launched some special colors. This one here is a new color. The other cool thing about these being small like this, they also they have really strong magnets on them, so you can put them places. So whether it's on your truck or on a toolbox, or on a piece of metal somewhere in your storage building, whatever you're doing, they're very friendly, and they will pair with all sizes of all the Gen 3 turtle boxes. So great gift. If someone's looking for a Bluetooth speaker, it's very, very rugged, very durable, has a lot of features, sounds great, and it's a lot cheaper than some of the other alternatives.
Man, when you said pair with the others, are we saying I can have two speakers playing simultaneously from my phone? Is that what you meant?
Unlimited. So
unlimited.
You could pair 10 of these and 10 of the regular size ones. You could pair 2 of each. So it's pretty neat.
It is.
I mean, we have some guys that'll, like at a hunting club, they can take these things, and you can have one big one in the main area where everyone's at, and you can have a smaller one in the kitchen or in the garage, and they'll all pair and sync to the same phone.
Sounds good. Cool.
A standard around the holidays, coolers, and Yeti has kind of been the leader in the rugged, trendy outdoor cooler / drinkware. This year they've launched a series of duck camo. So now you have Yeti, who's trendy. Duck camo is really trendy. So now you have Yeti duck camo. Should take the whole universe by storm. These are available in their drinkware. I grabbed just a standard Hopper 20, which is their soft cooler. If you haven't had or experienced their latest hoppers, they got rid of the zippers that would always break.
Yeah. And
have replaced them with a magnetic closure. So once again, that whole thing shuts and it doesn't break. And shoulder straps, carry straps, they also do this colorway, as I mentioned, in their drinkware. They do it in their hopper flips, which is more of like a lunchbox style version. But something that, especially whether they're inshore, offshore, or hunter, this whole Yeti colorway in their series of products is a great gift idea.
So the magnet holds up better than the zipper.
Yeah. So what would happen with the zipper? It was a great zipper because it was super strong, but when you get it into that locked position, it was really hard to open. So some people complain about how hard it was to open, and other people were so eager to get what was inside of the cooler, they just go after it and they would break off of one side. They were always really good with customer service about replacing them, but by replacing with this magnetic lid here, there's no more things to break.
And you're showing us camo, but you can get other colors in the magnet version.
The amount of colors they come out with I can't keep up with that. That's Ben does a great job with that. So
no custom colors. Is there Intracoastal Angler exclusive colors of the Yeti?
We're not quite that cool.
You're pretty cool.
We have several different colors. There's some forest greens. There's some really bright chartreuse ones that you can find no matter where. If you're like me and loose stuff, that'd be a great option. They're brighter than that line over my shoulder. So, and then we also have some more standard like charcoal, navy, standard colors as well.
What was the price point of that? Did you tell me?
That's a good question. Those are $370. So they are a little bit. They tend to be a little bit more pricey than the same inline Yeti products because they're paying for the licensing for the camo.
Okay. Okay.
Couple last things here to wrap it up. We've gone through, pliers, just to rattle off some ideas. So tools, like a really good set of pliers. We have several different models. I've shown all the ones that I really would want to offer, and I didn't want to get redundant. Sunglasses are great gift, polarized sunglasses. And fillet knives. Fillet knives are always a popular thing. It's also optimistic. It shows you believe that they're going to catch something to clean, so it makes them feel good. It's a feel good gift. I brought a couple of the more popular and newer ones to show you guys. One is a company that, if you're on social media, I'm sure you've seen them. It's a company called Sword. Once again, didn't go to Gary's spelling class. It's SORD.
All right.
But what's unique about these knives is that they have a very, very durable, nice blade, high grade stainless that goes all the way through the handle. And so it has a feel like a really high end chef's knife instead of just your traditional plastic handled fillet knife.
Okay.
They're very grippy. They make them in 3 different models. They make a 7-inch flex that has a lot of flex to the blade. They also make an 8-inch stiff and normal fillet knife. These retail for around $100 or $80 and come with a sheath with a belt clip. And then Bubba Blade, who, most people know them by now. They have their very ergonomic handles that are very comfortable for both left and right-handed users. They released a knife that has a dual edge. Kind of looks like something out of Saw 12 or one of those. But what's cool about this is that if you're filleting groupers or black drum or sheep's head that are, sheep's head fishing's been really popular with our regulations now, is that in addition to your straight edged fillet side, there's a serrated back side. So what that allows you to do is, after you make your initial cut filleting the fish, when you get to those pesky rib bones, especially on a sheep's head or a big black drum, you can flip your knife over and use a serrated side to get through those rib bones and not dull your knife. So a pretty innovative concept. These come with a sheath as well, and they retail for about $60.
Do all these knives basically keep their sharpness the same, or do some knives hold the edge better than others?
That's a great question, because what I've found is those, especially the straight edge knives, if you're just cutting flesh with them, they hold their edge really well. But the minute that you go to doing other things, they'll get dull very quickly. And then when you use a pull sharpener instead of a regular stone, what a lot of times will happen, those little divots in a knife, when you go to run that pull sharpener over, it actually just enhances those. So even though the knife gets its edge back, you still have those divots in the blade point. So that's why something like that's a great option. I have noticed that some of these Dexters and these hardened blades are actually more difficult to sharpen. So they hold their edge a little bit better initially, but they do require proper sharpening with either a stone or one of the nicer beveled pull-through sharpeners, not just your standard handheld. Regular old Dexter, white-handled Dexter is hard to beat too, because they are just so user-friendly and easy to sharpen.
Okay. Thank you for that explanation.
So, did we have any other questions, or?
No, is that our last holiday gift idea?
It is. And if I could just say one thing, I didn't bring any apparel this year because I wanted to bring it back to more tackle and more certain items instead of just, here's a shirt. You guys can pick out shirts. Well, one thing I will say, the New Hampstead location, if you are a fan of Intercoastal Angler gear, we have some stuff that's never been seen before up there that is unique to that location. And plus, it'd be worth checking out the new store. All the gift cards go back and forth, and whether you're supporting us or any other local business, gift cards are always a great option if none of these gifts meet the criteria for your angler.
Yeah, man, I was going to urge you to prompt gift cards if you didn't do it. I mean, this is your show. You should take advantage of that. I think that's a great gift idea, and I think Intercoastal Angler gift card is a great Christmas gift idea.
And part of the fun is, they can, if you come in to get a gift and you don't enjoy talking mess with us, I'm sure the angler in your life does. So half of the fun is coming in and talking the lingo, touching the stuff, and maybe a little jab here and there, all in good fun and humor, and they get to pick whatever they want and then some. So.
All right. Arlen Ash, man, once again, a home run with the holiday gift guide, an annual tradition that lets us know it's that time of year. Appreciate you, man. Thank you I know how busy you've been with the Hampstead store. I know you weren't necessarily looking for something else to do, man. So really appreciate you making time for us.
Of course. Thank you guys so much for having us, and we appreciate it as always.
All right, man. Well, David Harden.
Hey, Gary.
I
have a long list of demands.
You know what? I just realized I wasn't giving any thought to what I might think you want.
Well,
I was
okay.
giving thought to what I want. I know what I want.
Yeah.
Out of that list.
Okay.
But I don't know what you want out of that list.
Well, that's all right.
But I'm going to guess something. But you go first.
Okay. Well, I haven't had a new fishing rod and reel in a long time. So when you start talking about that Shimano with the Infinity Drive combo, I think that's number one on my list. That was the first thing you mentioned. That was like got my attention right away.
Yeah, a combo you don't need a reel to match to a rod or a rod to match to a reel you already have. Like I would agree, for you, a combo makes good sense.
Yep.
Like out the door, a hot shot, something that you can be excited to cast. To me, that's part of the fun too, man. You got something you're excited to throw, not just something that'll get the job done.
That's right. That's right.
I'm gonna guess what my top. I got two.
You got two?
I got at least one. I'll say one. No, I got two.
That camo cooler was cool. With the magnet thing, because I totally understand what he was talking about with the zipper.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not a big camo fan, but I know that they sell them in other colors.
They sell them in other colors.
And I had one of those soft coolers with the zipper, and the opening was a little bit hard to get in and out of. But I just don't know if I need a soft cooler. I just don't. Maybe, man. For me, it's that tackle bag, man.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
$299, waterproof zipper, man. Whatever your stackables are, it can go vertical or horizontal depending on the length. And man, that just seems to me like the last tackle bag I'll buy for a long, long time.
No, that's a lot of good stuff.
And then second would be the turtle box, man.
The speaker.
But I'd need to get more than one. That would be the problem with that gift.
You could have like the surround sound.
I would have one in the kitchen. I would have one on the back deck, and then maybe one in the living room area. Because we entertain quite a bit.
That's right.
So it'd be nice to have a pairing system. I don't know about the big boy for $800-900, man. I think I'm out of that market, but maybe I could get a couple smaller ones.
There you go.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks for everyone for tuning into the podcast. Want to thank our sponsors again, Port City Signs and Graphics and Marine Warehouse Center. If you are a fan of the podcast, like and subscribe, please.
Yeah, man, please support our sponsors because they make what we do worthwhile. They make the podcast possible. So be nice to them. And then, if you're a friend of the podcast and want to support us too, that'd be great. Become a premium content member at fishermanspost.com. Early podcast release, bonus podcast content, weekly audio and video fishing reports, as well as the More Fish Fishing School library. And David, man, happy holidays. It's fun to be putting in another year with you. Next, we'll be coming out with the end of year special. But right now, man, Merry Christmas.
All right, you too.